All right, hey, let's see if we are up and running. We should be. I'm just waiting for YouTube to catch up so we can start doing signal stuff and get released. There I am. All right, cool. Hey, folks. There I am. All right, check cool. The volume here real quick. Mic check, mic check. 1, 2, 3. Volume. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. All right, cool. We'll go ahead and get started here for an hour or so. My name is Phil Kearney. Hey. I create role-playing games, I illustrate them, I publish online, and I have been focusing my attention on Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition content for the past 7 years on DMsGuild.com. There are a slew of books in the description down below that I've published on DMsGuild that they all have free previews, so check them out. If you think they're cool, consider making a purchase to encourage more behavior. Eberron has been my homebrew setting since about 2006, so happy 20th anniversary to Eberron and Keith. So I haven't created an adventure before. This will be the first one I've created for an Eberron in 5th edition, publishing on DMsGuild. It's for 4 to 5 characters, level 7 to 8, called Crystals of Mabar. Here we are, looking at the book cover right now. And once we, so what I do is I do all the cartography, all the tokens, book cover, all the interior art, the layout work, the writing, the development, the playtesting, and then I hire I'll hire co-writers and editors to help make sure that it comes through and looks good. So we are in the process of building assets right now. Hey, I'm at the on the X Twitter platform at Phil Kearney. If you're interested in catching me there. Otherwise, like, subscribe, bell icon, all the YouTube things that we do. Dun, dun, dun. That's good, that's good. Book cover, there it is. You'll see this on DMsGuild when it's done. Right now we're making a sinkhole map. So this is a 3-level map, or rather it's a surface level. And then you have a profile view to show where this gap, this rift in the ground goes. It goes down to here. Let's throw on a grid. There. 5-foot grids. And then here's the interior space. Right now what we're doing is we are flooding the interior. It's the rainy season, so there's these puddles of water, and it's got all this soil in this manifest zone to the plane of Mabar that is the Rift of Life. So it has this coffee-like look to it. The soil is depleted of nutrients and basically becomes like Folger's crystals. And different planar plants will grow up out of the soil as well. So by the time the team gets there, the Carnwood Forest, where the adventure takes place, is being terraformed into a necrotic swamp. And they traverse that environment, fighting undead, finding the location of the cultists that are performing the ritual that is creating the manifest zone, that is creating the terraforming pollution. And depending on what plot hook your DM is using to leverage you into the adventure, you'll have different knowledge, goals, and resources to achieve those goals. Like most of the like 2 of the hooks, you have no idea there's a manifest zone here until you go find out. The default assumption of the campaign is that you are deputized by the local sheriff to police complaints from all of these refugee towns. Since the last wars ended, Karnath needs more produce production, more farmland to support the amount of growing population they're anticipating. So they're allowing homesteaders to basically set up camp anywhere they want to build a village. And this adventure takes a couple years later after the end of the war. And a number of these little farming villages have cropped up along the Carnwood in the northern part of central Karnath. And now there's complaints along the Carnwood of people disappearing and just weird behavior from, apparently there's a military group that's present that's preventing access to the forest. So the locals are like, what is going on? And so it's gotten to a point where they've braved themselves to complain to the county sheriff, who then deputizes you to go take a look at what's going on. because the actual sheriff has other priorities. So this is something that they would relegate off to adventurers looking to have legitimate income, which is you. So you go there, you find out, you fuck around, and then you find out, oh, there's people being stolen, and then as you dig in deeper, you find out, well, they're being sacrificed at this thing for this thing, and you got to stop it. And you don't know anything about it. But other plot hooks start off with you knowing, yeah, there's this ritual going on, and it's going on with this magic item and this ritual thing that's happening. Please stop it. And either destroy the artifact or bring it back to whoever it is that hired you. And some of them want to use the artifact for good, some of them want to use it for evil. And depending on what your campaign looks like, is going to spool out further from there. That's the idea. So this is a mass grave that had been buried and forgotten about for a few hundred years. And when the manifest zone to the plane of Mabar is the plane of undead and things that go bump in the night. So when manifest zone settles into the area, all of these hidden graves, undead are just automatic. Corpses automatically animate in the manifest zone or in the plane of Mabar. So there was all sorts of horrific necromantic experiments that were performed at this facility the characters find. The dungeon is basically an underground laboratory for necromancy experiments. And the spoils of their efforts are buried, and then they arise because they gain sentience and they want to go forth and undead the world. So they crawl up out of the sinkhole, and they start charging across the landscape looking for something alive to eat. And since it's an unmarked mass grave, they can appear anywhere. So the DM can always throw more undead at the team during planned encounters or as part of random encounters. These sinkholes are a source of they're monster generators, like from Gauntlet Legends or just the original Gauntlet game. It's Gauntlet had these things called monster generators, where you had to destroy the monster generators to stop the flow of monsters from coming out and killing you. In this instance, the undead are the monsters, so you got to break down the monster generator, and that is in this mass here. So the blue is water, the black is tainted water, and we're swirling them together as they pour into this sinkhole to it just, you know, it creates texture and interest. Like these are puddles here that the stuff is draining into, so you can see this inky mass that's sort of mixing and blending together. And we have various maps with this sort of water effect going on. So it's consistent language, and it looks like the Avard's black tentacles that the team has to deal with at the end of the adventure as well. So it's technically foreshadowing. You too shall soon deal with a tentacle beast. Oh boy. I can't wait. Got that early morning Haganaga again. Just about cleared out any remnants of pneumonia. I dare not speak its name. need to clean up these borders just to keep the color clean inside of the line art. Excuse me. God, I can feel my root chakras lighting up. I don't know what's going on with that. Something's evolving around us. But I can feel that energy surging through me. Never really know what it means until after the fact that something's changing. There's some serious slop in these lines. That's better. This is some of the worst line art that I've done on this project, period. Real slacker here. Let's get this line art cleaned up. Better. Clean that up. That looks better. Hey, it's Thursday. That's awesome. I stream 10 days a week, or I stream 10 times during the week. Monday through Friday in the mornings like this. We do, currently we're doing Eberron cartography, creature tokens, adventure design, page layouts, editing, and, well, I'm not editing, Stuart Braz is, but we'll do text placements, and after the layout's done, we'll do spot illustrations, and then we'll publish the adventure. So, and we'll put it on DMsGuild. But that's our Monday through Friday project right now in the mornings like this. Before we were working on this, we were working on the Spelljammer Combat and Exploration supplement that's on DMsGuild. That's linked down below as well. Check that out. And so once this adventure finishes, we'll move on to on Mondays and Thursday nights, including tonight. We work on a secondary project, which is our Spelljammer adventure designs. Right now, we're creating a fleet battle using the combat and exploration mechanics that we developed, so that you have more fleet encounter support to have more battles. This one's takes place in Light as Araxis in Doom Space with Vokath's help to fight off Astral Elves from storming his is Moonbase. And in so doing, you win his support and the admiration of the warlord factions that you wanted to win over in the first place. So we make it very easy for you to demonstrate your valor during that process. There's the arena battles where you show your own physical prowess and your own personal fighting skills, and then when the elves come around, you demonstrate your prowess as a commander by using the fleet mechanics to fight off the squadron of Starlaws that show up. And that motivates the warlord factions to all in with you. For glory! And then at lunchtimes on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I work on game development. I build the rules for new books. On Mondays and Fridays, we work on martial powers, which is the martial combat, the martial magic system that is not spellcasting. That'll be available for fighters, barbarians, rogues, monks, paladins, rangers, as well as artificers and warlocks can lean into it as well. But it is non-spellcasting magic that can be used by the martial classes, so they have the same breadth of spell feat options that half and full casters do, in a prep-based half casting system that allows them to have up to 20 some odd additional spell powers. To have more combat and utility options in the game. So we developed that on Mondays and Fridays, and then on Wednesdays, like yesterday, we're working on Spelljammer subclasses to further lean into the supplement that I publish on DMsGuild. We're creating unique subclasses that utilize the unique flight mechanics that we included in that book. My throat is absolutely locking up on me while I'm trying to talk. And on Saturday morning is our grab bag day. It had been a day that we were playtesting martial powers at level 3 and 4. We did that for, I guess it was 5 weeks. And I think 6 counting session 0. But after 3rd and 4th level playtest, I started seeing some flaws in the cost and benefits of different low-level powers that needed to get tuned up a little bit. So, excuse me. That's what we're doing on Mondays and Fridays right now is retuning all the list of powers and the class benefits by utilizing those powers. And once that process is done, we'll get back to playtesting at 5th and 6th level. To see how that works out and see if there's any further adjustments that are necessary before just diving through. But until that's done, I've got playtesting on hold. And so I was playtesting on Saturday, but now that we're not, I'm opening up that Saturday space for me to work on additional updates so we can get back to playtesting faster. That entire document we've developed on stream. You've seen it evolve over the past, God, like year and a half. It's slow cooking for sure. And now that the new player's handbook is coming out in September, once we by the time we're done with playtesting, that book should publish. So we'll see what little, I mean, the mechanics that we have in the book are going to be fine with the revision. It's just a matter of what little tweaks does WotC put onto the martial classes that need to be adjusted for. Like if the weapon masteries is the big thing they're doing for martials, we've already replaced that with combat masteries, which are basically a power that you can learn to, like, you can trip anyone as part of an attack. It doesn't have to be a trip-based weapon, though you can use the masteries that Wizards provides to have weapons with weapon mastery. It's just it's that weapon specifically, so like a cleric wouldn't have much access to weapon masteries unless you're using that weapon. So it's still viable for them, just not very flexible. We're allowing you to use those features with any weapon if you know how to do it, which is something that you would prepare, as though it were a almost like a cantrip. And there's various other things, blah, blah, blah. There's that. That. Cool. Okay, I'm good with the line work at this point. So we can clean up the color around the line. Get that in check. Good. Clean up. Good. Good. Now we'll have to fix the lines for the central mass, but we're not working on that right now. We're just doing we're doing water cleanup so we can create accurate coffee. I do got to clean up the interior here for the coffee though, don't I? Good. All right. So I think, I mean, we definitely need to fix this. Let's do that. Good, and we have more interior. Obviously, we have some cleanup to do inside of there, but we don't have to worry about it right now. Now we're back to the coffee stains. About time. No, I don't want a puppet warp. Thank you, though. I don't even know what puppet warp is. I like this blurble here, but it's too bulbous. No. Something like that. give you a round bit over here as well. I remember when we were making the cemetery map, I spent like 2 weeks doing this. Because that cemetery was huge. And so much of this shit. That's a cool map. Take a sip of water. That chicken bone jab up underneath my thumb. Now it's tender whenever I draw, as it's pressing on that part of my thumb. Woe is me. Good. And my hair feels dirty. Well, Yeah, that's looking okay. There we go. And take your time with the timer. I still have 20 minutes left. Yeah, my hair is just driving me crazy. Make this work. That's not bad. Here to here to here to here. How are we looking up here? Got some fade effects going on, a little bit of syncing going on. Okay. No, I don't think I want to do it that way. I think I want to... like this. Doesn't feel right. Down. Yeah. This is starting to work out. Maybe up in here. Feels like it's working. I like how this is turning out. Neat. There we go. I'm liking that. I'm liking that a lot. I'm almost out of time for the day. And we're going to be back tonight in about in 11, 12 hours. Probably 11 hours. It's almost 8 a.m. here in Seattle. I typically end up starting up at night between 7 and 7:30, sometimes 8. Anywhere between 7 and 8. So I'll try to start early as I can. We got some Spelljammer ship cartography or ship deck plans to finish up. Almost there. Stay on target. Almost there. And there we are. So we're supposed to be calling it quits now. Muse isn't letting me go yet. She wants me to finish out this fade. I like that. Nice. That's looking really, really good. So I'm pretty happy with that. We'll have to come back and finish this up tomorrow. We should be able to finish up the coffee. And then we'll work on the central mass. And then we'll work on the grit. So, so far so good, guys. This is coming along. I'm pretty happy with the results. So, yeah, stick around. I'll be back tonight to do some Spelljammer stuff. And we'll be back tomorrow morning to continue this. And at lunch tomorrow, we'll be back to do more martial power stuff. And then on Saturday morning, we'll probably do maybe a 3-hour block of more martial power stuff then too. So, yeah. I'll see you guys on the other side. Thanks a lot. Cheers.